Big After Effects and Cinema 4D updates, a Rive battle for the ages, and a massive After Effects expression library that is yours for free. What a glorious Motion Mondays this is. My 10-year-old son might even call it Skibbity.
Yes, yes,
Our friends at Cavalry have dropped a new reel showcasing cool work from users over the past year. If you're unfamiliar, Cavalry is a 2D procedural animation tool with a rabid fan base. It's essentially like Houdini, but for 2D, and you can connect any property to any other property to create crazy procedural setups. Everything you're seeing could be done in After Effects, but it would require tons of keyframes or complex expressions. Cavalry works almost like Cinema 4D's MoGraph system, but in 2D, and most playback is real time. There is a learning curve, which is why we might be talking to someone about an upcoming Cavalry course, so stay tuned for that. Congrats to the Cavalry team. The app has gained serious traction in the industry, and this reel is going to get them even more eyeballs on an already incredible tool. YouTube channel The Digital Third recently hosted a Rive Off. Is that like a dance-off?
Dance off, bro. Me and you.
A Rive Off, where Dmitry Novikov, Kayo Ogundipe, Abe Yang, and Jeff the Rive Guy McAvoy had 45 minutes each to build something cool in Rive, while a panel of experts added color commentary. Each designer riffed on an interesting interaction, while the panel discussed the future of UI and UX design. As Rive keeps adding features, it's starting to become a tool where you might not need Figma for certain designs. Abe Yang showed how nested artboards create efficiency, Dmitry showed off his new morphism design skills, while Jeff and Kayo built UIs that would be difficult using traditional methods. If Rive interests you, check out this episode of The Arena on the Digital Thirds channel. Our spring 2025 session starts today, but there are still a few days left to register. You'll get unlimited critique on your coursework, access to our community, monthly live streams, verified credentials, and much more. The spring session is going to be amazing, and we hope to see you in class. Also, our team training program has been growing like a weed. Seriously, there are some big companies on there now. If you're on a team of 3 or more and want access to every course we make while learning at your own pace and still having access to unlimited critique, our community, live events, and much more, reach out at schoolmotion.com/team training to learn more about this really exciting program. It's time to feature some killer work from around the industry. First up, those legends at ManVsMachine did an awesome piece for Squarespace promoting their Blueprint AI website builder tool. It's a kitchen sink piece with live action, 2D, 3D, and beautiful compositing. The idea makes this amazing. Composited elements pushing each other around, clever transitions from a paper notebook to a laptop, and desk items reacting to composited elements. Everything works together like a symphony, and it's very different from what ManVsMachine is typically known for. Next, a piece from PlayStation called PlayStation Yoasobi, celebrating the console's 30th anniversary. PlayStation Japan teamed with Japanese pop duo Yoasobi to write a song specifically for this spot. I searched everywhere trying to find who animated and produced this gorgeous piece, and I couldn't, but it plays into the trend of animating 3D on 2s for a stop-motion handmade feel. The exaggerated poses stand out, playing into the whole anime aesthetic. The whole piece embodies Japan's kawaii, or cuteness culture. It feels like you're in Tokyo while you're watching it. The animation's amazing, and though there's not even one guttural in the song, I mean, they could put one in there, it's very catchy, and it gives the piece a unique feel. Cub Studio continues posting odd experimental pieces on social media. This golf one might be my favorite yet. As someone who plays about twice a year, it feels accurate to how golf toys with your emotions. The sound design sells it, and the tilt shift style brilliantly lets animators get away with simple animation while telling a great story. Everything Cub Studio touches turns to gold, and this is no different. And finally, our art director, Frank Suarez, found Venezuelan artist Rafael Araujo, who's been creating hand-drawn artwork using the golden ratio for over 20 years. I'm so used to seeing computer and AI-generated images these days that something beautifully handmade really jumps out. His work also visually tells the story of how difficult and time-consuming it is to produce, with crazy perspective grids and mathematically based designs. As motion designers constantly try to escape our echo chamber, this unique work might trigger cool ideas for your next project. Our good friend Brady Erickson from Texture Labs recently dropped another banger tutorial, it's the only kind he makes, teaching you how to create a sweet chrome effect in After Effects. Like most of Brady's tutorials, he uses ingenious effect stacks, really hacking the colorama and CC glass effects to achieve results that give you tons of control and easy animation capabilities. Then he tops it all off, showing you how to make everything feel more retro with subtle effects and compositing. Brady is a master of this stuff, and if you're not following his Texture Labs channel, you definitely need to subscribe. As someone who's used After Effects for over 2 decades, yes, I'm old, even I learned something from this tutorial, so I think any artist will pick up a trick or two. Check it out, and shout out to my boy, Brady. MoGraph Meetup co-sponsor Plainly has gifted us a massive library of free expressions for After Effects. Their library is well organized with filters, and every expression comes with a copy to clipboard button and a video showing practical use cases. If you're unfamiliar with Plainly, they let you upload After Effects projects to their cloud platform to trigger renders that automatically update type layers, image layers, and more. They have integrations with Google Sheets, Dropbox, Slack, plus an API. It's very powerful for building programmatically driven renders on top of After Effects. And they've generously built an awesome resource for the community, and the link will be in the description. Adam Wilson, one of our All Access students and our School Motion Student of the Week, is making his way through Design Bootcamp. Adam is the founder of Makers of Media, a studio with great illustration and animation work. He's tackling the Diesel Dance Planet boards assignment, creating boards for a dance festival promo using grid systems. I love how Adam followed the parameters, but then broke the grid by cutting out edges and adding texture for a grittier feel. The final title lockup is also really gorgeous, and you can imagine how the spot would look animated. Design is very tough to learn, but Adam is crushing it, and we can't wait to see what you do next, Adam. Ben Marriott has returned with a nearly 20-minute deep dive into dithering in After Effects. With his mellifluous voice,
it's that simple,
and brilliant After Effects brain, he makes even dithering fascinating. He teaches you to create a dithering effect using only native effects while explaining the theory behind it. It's Andrew Kramer-esque in its genius, and one day, something from this tutorial will unlock a solution for a project of yours, I am telling you. Also, make sure you are subscribed to this channel because Ben will be on the School Motion podcast very soon. Runway has announced Gen 4, their new AI model for image and video generation, claiming significant steps forward in fidelity, dynamic motion, and controllability. Remember, these demos are cherry-picked examples, but they're impressive. Physics seems respected, and shots with humans are becoming indistinguishable from real footage, and even the animated examples are starting to look decent. It remains to be seen how useful this tech turns out to be for motion design, but AI companies are certainly not sleeping. Meanwhile, Cartwheel, a text-to-3D animation tool, has announced their motion library with over 40,000 animations. Are they good? Well, some look okay, others terrible. That's where your taste comes in. Depending on the project, though, this enormous library could be useful for rigged character animation. Check both stories out, the links will be in the description. Tactic Studio has released a Gaussian Splat importer for Cinema 4D and Redshift. The viewport speed is incredible, allowing near real-time rendering while integrating 3D geometry from Cinema 4D with splats, matching lighting, and maintaining photorealistic tools like transparency, refraction, and depth of field. You can relight splats, integrate 3D models, and the performance is mind-blowing. And the best part? It only costs $21, a steal. Check it out and let us know what you think in the comments. Maxon's Spring 2025 release has arrived, stacked with new features and upgrades across ZBrush, Red Giant, Maxon Studio, Cinema 4D, Redshift, and Cineware, all with workflow improvements, new tools, and enhanced integrations. Some of the biggest additions: Red Giant for DaVinci Resolve now adds lens flares and optical glows. Maxon Studio adds 100 more customizable motion graphics capsules by artist Andy Needham, and a new Create page for managing user-generated templates. Cinema 4D has new spline tools, improved simulation tools, and they're teasing a new liquid simulation system. That's a big deal. Redshift gains open PBR support, basically a cross-platform PBR format, improved 2D integration, and USD support. The iPad version of ZBrush gets ZModeler for box modeling, allowing full 3D modeling inside ZBrush for the iPad. An updated UI, and the desktop version gets enhanced Redshift integration and some other improvements. Cineware for Unreal Engine gets improved Cinema 4D integration with Unreal, supporting character animation and more flexible importing. The video on Maxon's channel is over 12 minutes long and walks through almost every feature in detail, so you can check that out. And personally, I'm really excited about the upcoming Liquids engine. Maxon has put serious development into their simulation engine with incredible upgrades over the last few years, and adding Liquids directly inside of Cinema 4D will be huge. But I'm curious what you think about Maxon's direction in these upgrades, so please leave a comment below. 'Tis the season for app updates. Adobe has updated their Creative Cloud suite, releasing After Effects 25.2. Many features were already in the beta, but are now in the production version, with the biggest update being the new caching system that uses your computer's RAM and hard drives to preview and play back larger, more complex comps and gain rendering performance. Most importantly, you can now cache basically any length and resolution comp entirely in memory for full playback, something that previously required enormous amounts of RAM for high resolutions and long comps. They've also added FBX model support for their 3D system, making it easier to find models with embedded animations. You can now easily use Mixamo animations inside After Effects, and new 3D workflow tools make it easier to set up environment maps based on image or footage layers, apply effects to 3D objects, and do other things that previously required workarounds. You can also now preview your work on an HDR monitor if that's important to you, and there are quality of life improvements like customizing transparency of grid colors. A small but very notable improvement is a new preference to keep your workspace settings exactly as they are when opening someone else's After Effects project. Artists across the world are moaning with delight, so please leave a moan in the comments. Finally, Premiere Pro has also launched a new version with some incredible useful features. Generative Extend is officially out of beta, and for a limited time, you can try it with complimentary generations. This feature lets you extend clips using AI. Useful if a clip isn't long enough or if you need to replace part of a clip or the camera got bumped. Remember that using Adobe's AI tools consumes generative credits, which you get monthly based on your Creative Cloud plan. For a short while though, you can use Generative Extend for free, but after that it will use those credits, potentially increasing your Creative Cloud bill. The coolest new feature might be AI-powered media intelligence, which recognizes, describes, and tags all your shots, analyzing clips for content, objects, locations, camera angles, and any dialogue. It works across all open projects locally on your computer and faster than real time. For documentary-style edits, this saves enormous time for footage logging without having to watch every single second and makes searching for the perfect shot much easier. Premiere's had AI transcription for a while, but now you can translate transcripts into up to 27 languages and easily create subtitles or captions. There's also enhanced H.264 editing performance and many other features. I've said this before, AI is getting useful for motion designers for certain tasks, but for video editors, it has already revolutionized workflows. If you're a video editor and you're not using these AI tools, you are working much slower than you could be. So I'd really encourage you to try these new tools and see how they can help you. And that is it for this episode of Motion Mondays. Don't forget that our spring session starts today, but there are still a few days left to register during orientation week. Our classes are one of a kind, the only interactive motion design courses on the web where you get actual critique from professional motion designers on all the coursework you turn in. We would love to have you in our spring session, so sign up now and we will see you in class. And if you're on a team of 3 or more, check out our team training program at schoolofmotion.com/team training. We've recently onboarded some really big brands, and it is so fun to help their teams get better and more efficient at design and animation. That's it for this episode. I'll see you next week.